Articulation. Articulation.
And salutations. Welcome to another informative and entertaining episode of Articulation Radio. I am your host, the Honorable Joaquin Man. You know how we do things here at Articulation Radio. We will start off the day's episode by taking a glance at the news headlines, and today's news segment is sponsored by bepublished.org.
These are three of the news headlines and events I saw today, Wednesday, September 14th, 2022, when visiting elitevaluesnews.com on your behalf. The International Conference on Economics and Finance Research takes place today through tomorrow in Lagos, Nigeria. The 47th edition of the Toronto International Film Festival, which started September the 8th, continues today through September 18th in Toronto, Canada. And the Doobie Brothers 50th anniversary tour stops in Chicago tonight at 8 p.m. at the Chicago Theater. Those are three of the news headlines and events I saw when visiting elitevaluesnews.com. As you know, so much happens in this world of ours, and the staff at Elite Values News makes it a point to keep you abreast of as much as possible. Visit any minute within any hour at any time to check out any of the news in any of the multiple categories on which they do report. Feel free to hit refresh to even get even more updates. I am Goddess Sage reporting live.
Looking for the latest news? Visit Elite Values News. EliteValuesNews.com has all the latest news and information. Check out the headlines hourly. EliteValuesNews.com. Visit now.
Do you want to be published? Are you looking for a high-quality, low-cost way to be published with a fast turnaround? Visit bepublished.org to publish today. www.bepublished.org. bepublished.org. Publish today. Books, movies, and music. Listeners, we love you, we hear you, and I am so glad to be here with you today on this episode of Articulation Radio. I have an interview coming up for you, and I also have a topic, so stay tuned.
I can't go on pretending I don't care. I can't go on pretending I don't care. But I'm trying to do the best I can. Cut it all. So instead I blush until I've had enough. You see right through me, you see. Such a shame for you. All my secrets are free, and I just wanna learn yours and absorb everything you mean. I can't go on pretending I don't care. Please forgive me. You make me weak. I can't go on pretending I don't care. Please forgive me. can't sleep. Oh, so deep, so deep. It's making me weak. It's so sweet, so sweet. I can't think, incomplete, incomplete. It's making me weak. I can't eat, I can't sleep, but I can't sleep. It's so deep, making me weak. I can't go on pretending I don't care. Please forgive me, making me weak. I can't go on pretending I don't care. Please forgive me, making me weak. I can't go on pretending I don't care. Please forgive me, making me weak.
PeopleWarmer.com. Book your travel today. PeopleWarmer.com. Wherever you want to stay. PeopleWarmer.com. Book everything you need. PeopleWarmer.com. Go ahead whenever you please. And if you need advertising, marketing, and promotions, add on an S and head on over to PeopleWarmers.com. That's PeopleWarmers.com.
ArtistReview.com. All artists need a platform. The Artist Review makes sure you have the one you need to put your work in front of your fans. ArtistReview.com. Artist, REVUE.com.
Until you've learned the meaning of the
always wanted to start a business but can't seem to get it off the ground? Call 972-880-8316 for your free initial consultation with a representative from The Conglomerate, or visit theconglomerate.work today to book your consultation in person. Theconglomerate.work, theconglomerate.work, theconglomerate.work. Call 972-880-8316 to start your new business today.
Today's episode of Articulation Radio was kicked off with My Favorite Weakness by Ackah Johnson. And after that, you heard You Don't Know by our very own Goddess Sage with Myra Mills on piano. Now, let me tell you all real quick, today's episode is titled Your Spirit and Your Blood, because Goddess Sage will be interviewing the Toronto-based artist named Noah Ackah, A-C-K-A-H. Noah Ackah, A-C-K-A-H. Head on over right now to Spotify, YouTube, wherever, and get some of this great, I would say, world music, but it has pop in it, hip-hop, R&B, African beats, everything, man. This is a thing. This is a thing. Noah Ackah, Noah Ackah. Noah Ackah, head on over right now. And of course, I'm going to go ahead and play another song for you. I'm going to go ahead and play Getting Hot in Here 3 by Anders Bothen. And after that, Goddess Sage is going to come on and have that interview with Noah Ackah. Head on over though, real quick. You want to, because you want some of this now. Go over to YouTube right now. Go over right now. Noah Ackah, Noah Ackah. Get you some of this great sounds, these great flavors, and I'm going to be sure to roll some of his songs for you too, so hang tight.
You are listening to Articulation Radio. Head on over to articulationmedia.club and let us know your thoughts.
Would you like a motivational speaker to come to your company or organization to speak to your group? Visit lifespurposeministries.com. That's lifespurposeministries.com.
If you'd like more information on how you can be an eyelash artist, call us at 314-560-1641 or 888-585-LASH, lashingoutloudinc.com.
Do you frequently shop online and you're looking for a new place to shop? Join the club, JeffersonTaylor.club, where models, designers, inventors, and other creators offer customers the best products at fair prices. Jefferson Taylor, JeffersonTaylor.club. Join the club. Shop today, JeffersonTaylor.club.
Ackah from Canada, all the way from Toronto. We're going to be picking his brain a little bit about his newest project and some of the new singles that have come out. But first of all, Noah, talk to us. Tell us about your new project and where it's the best place for people to go and grab it up.
Oh, for sure. Go Spotify, Apple Music. It's everywhere. It's available for everybody to listen to. It's a good listen. It's a good listen for sure.
And do you have any upcoming performances? Because inevitably, I'm sure that you've already been hearing people ask about where can they come to see you perform next. And for those who have pressed up CDs or posters, whatever, want to get autographs. So do you have any upcoming shows?
No, I don't have any upcoming shows, but I probably will be booking some soon. If anybody wants to be able to see me, I have a new upcoming music video that's coming out this week. That's going to be really dope. So, keep your eye out for that, if anything.
And people, for those of you who this is your first time even hearing anything about Noah, of course, we will be playing a couple of his songs for you, but I want you to head on over right now. Of course, Noah, Noah, and his last name, Ackah, Noah Ackah, Ackah, Noah, Noah. And, of course, like he said, he does have stuff that you can find right out there on Spotify. You also can check out his videos he has on YouTube. And let me ask you, Noah, because I hear that you come from a musical family, that, of course, you actually were in your mother's womb when she was out touring and performing, as well as, of course, you have a father who I think is a popular drummer, and your grandfather was in a group. Tell us about who those individuals are, if you will.
Yeah, so like I said on my on one of these interviews that it's a family tradition, music. My grandfather was a pop star in Ghana, which is in West Africa. He was a really big guy. His name was Ackah, and then he made African funk music. He was really good at it, and he was super admired for that stuff. And I really look up to him. He was amazing. My mother was also a professional drummer, so when she was pregnant with me, she would play gigs, go around. She was in a bunch of bands, and she actually met my father playing gigs, and they both were drummers. And my dad's also a really amazing drummer. I think he's the best drummer I've seen around, and I've seen a lot of great drummers, especially even online. And I say this, like, my dad has the tightest drummer I've ever seen, and that he's also he plays a lot of African funk music as well. But, so much.
And so that kind of explains your style, how, of course, listening to it, you definitely, you hear the pop, you hear, I would say, those diaspora vibes in it, that African flavor. You hear some of, various things in it. It's not where, at least the ones that I've heard from it, it's not where you can just stick it in one category. I'm guessing that all your songs are like those, where they don't just fit into one category. They kind of fuse different elements from different genres.
Yeah. That's I recently, my new stuff coming out is definitely a bit more lax, but I think that is my style. I love to fuse a bunch of different things, different styles together. I've always been like that. I've always been a very, do what I feel is right, and it just happens that, it just doesn't sound like everything else. And, so that's how it is, yeah.
Now, tell me, because I'm sure that, like a lot of creatives, that not only do you create what I would say comes up in you, whatever message you have to get out, sometimes you're creating things for, part of your therapy or, to work through things, and other things you create are probably dealing with things that you hope to come, or various things. But tell me, what is your process like for people who are like, look, I have music I would like to do, or I know some people who have music that I think they should share with other people. Tell us a bit about what your creative process is like and the steps you take to actually, I would say, finalize your work, so that way maybe these are things other people can use as well?
Yeah. So usually my process is it's very scattered. It isn't. It's not premeditated. I don't really sit too hard on it. Sometimes I have an idea, but I'd say it usually comes to me. That's the best way I would say it. Is I find something I like. It could be anything. It's a song, some chords, some drums. It could be a message, a piece of art that I like. I really just dial into that. I like the tone. I see emotion in a lot of things, and so I kind of match the emotion. Oh man, I really like that painting. I really like to match that emotion in a song. But I usually take that and I go into the studio and I just kind of think, about what I want to do. And usually it's quite quick. I make something. Sometimes it really works, and sometimes it really doesn't. It just depends on the idea, and I take that. I usually lay it down. There's usually some chords that I really like, just a mood that comes out of it, or the drums just feel really good. It pops, or the message that I'm trying to say, or some words. I read a lot of poetry, especially Bob Dylan and Leonard Cohen and Joni Mitchell, or big inspirations for me when it comes to writing. And I just kind of take what they do and I create a song, and it goes multiple ways, but I just make sure that I'm a good channel for that energy, and I do, and usually it comes out good. Even with my new single, it was just kind of like that. Some friend told me about something, and usually I've never done a song where a friend told me about something, and it was just like, hey, can you do this? And I was like, okay, let me just try it, and it just happened, and it worked, and that's how Freeze was made, my new single. So yeah, it's all over the place, very scattered.
And listeners, we will be playing Freeze for you so that you can check that out. And especially with hearing that, that song is one of the ones where he kind of stepped outside his normal process and, tried something new, and it worked. So definitely you guys are going to be able to get a taste of that as well. And now, what is it that so far, with, I would say, this, what seems to be the beginning of your musical journey, your musical career, what so far has, I would say, been the biggest hurdle that you've had to overcome to get yourself out there? And how did you actually get yourself over that hurdle?
My biggest hurdle, it's a hard question, but I would say it's more little hurdles. I think with my first album, I went through a bit of writer's block. I wasn't feeling as inspired. COVID happened. I just, I wasn't feeling it. And I think the biggest thing you can do in a hurdle is just to keep on doing. That's what I've told myself many times, and it always works, doing constantly, just pushing through that. Eventually something always happens, but what happens usually when it comes to creating, people stop, and stopping is the worst thing you can do, especially when it comes to creating. I think stopping is good for a lot of things. Well, actually, I changed my mind. Stopping is good sometimes for music because you need to recollect yourself. But if you're in a hurdle and you want to overcome that hurdle, you need to keep on doing. And that's how I feel. Yeah.
And now, and I know that you probably find yourself kind of having to say that often to people, because I can imagine that even within your circle, people are always like, well, man, how do you do this? And you probably tell them, because I don't give up. I just keep going.
Yeah.
Or they're like, well, you had just said you were going to do this, and now you've done it. How did you do it? And you were like, I just did it.
Yeah.
For
exactly.
people who seem to be, I would say, lost in that, I would say that procrastination, also that self-doubt to where they can't even start on stuff. Is there like a certain thing that you say to yourself, or is this just a way you naturally are? Because I know some of us, because I'm one of those who, the way I was raised, I can't help but do. I was raised where you have to do what you're supposed to do and do it immediately and get it done right the first time around. But I know not everybody was raised like that. And I've noticed that a lot of people, they really, act like they really can't, not only can't understand how I can produce like I do, but they act like it's such an amazing thing. And I'm like, no, you can do it too. All you got to do is just do it.
Yeah.
And so, and of course, and I'm hearing you do the same thing. What is there that you found that when it's hard for you to kind of help a person find their own internal motivation or their own initiative, is there certain things that you've been able to kind of say to push them through?
Yeah, for sure. Actually, weirdly enough, I had a bunch of friends. You know, it's one thing to obviously say just do. It's another thing to just tell them to not just to try to believe, but have to believe. You know, that's the one thing I've been thinking about recently. But people try and believe. You know, they're just oh, I believe in this, and it's temporary. It's conditional. It's almost like I have to believe. I'm going to be completely honest. There's no certainty in what I'm doing. This is a hard business, just like everything else on this earth. It's always going to be hard. I'm just starting out, and I'm telling you, it's especially hard in the beginning. But I don't do it because I have to believe that things are going to turn out. I have to keep on pushing. It is not a conditional, convenient thing. It is. I somewhere deep down inside of me, it's something that I need to do, and that's just and everybody has that. Everybody has that one thing. And it can be as small as something you just enjoy, to something that you just do every day and obsess about. And you just take that, whatever that little thing is, that small feeling, that enjoyment towards something that you could see yourself doing, and you believe in it so hard that you just have to, and you just keep on going, and that is, that's the best piece of that's a really good piece of advice that I've heard recently.
Yeah, and I think that is solid advice, because yes, it's one thing to tell a person, okay, well, whenever you are ready to do it, just do it. You just got to get out and try. But it's a whole nother thing to tell someone, no, once you make it to where you require this from yourself, things that we have to do, that we, have as a requirement, that's totally different than a desire. Something that we just want to do, we can do it or we cannot. But things that we're like, no, we have to do, oh, no, we're like, okay, I got to get that done. So, that is definitely a good tip. And for those of you just tuning in, now, you're listening to ARTiculation Radio. My name is Goddess Sage, and I am interviewing the pop art, and I hate to say pop, my apology, because people cannot just be put into a box like that. I am interviewing the Toronto-based singer, entertainer, everything. Like you name it, he does it. He's writing songs. He's writing the lyrics, so what's that, composing, the lyrics, as well as he's performing stuff, and it's more than one genre. This is Noah Ackah, Ackar, and you want to be up on him, okay? So head on over to Spotify, head over to YouTube, any of the social media. Put in Noah, Noah, Ackah, Ackar, and you are going to be treated to some good stuff, because as a matter of fact, last year, Noah put out his first project, and this year he has even released some new singles and everything. People, you want in on this. Now, we're going to play one of his songs here. Matter of fact, we'll play a couple of his songs, I believe, here after we're done with this interview shortly. But, Mr. Noah, real quick, let me ask you now, because inevitably, now you know that there are some people who are like, look, this year is almost over with. Things are going by so fast. And he already says that he's going to be doing some more videos, all this stuff. When can we be looking out for new videos? So let them know any other timelines that you have in mind for any of your upcoming projects or endeavors.
Oh, new video definitely coming out this weekend. That is 100%. I got new singles. I have tons of ideas waiting, just ready to pop out. Got new singles coming out almost every single month. I got a new one that's super R&B that's gonna come out. I think it's called Don't We, that's coming out. That's gonna be super dope. If you're ever in Toronto, I should be doing some live stuff very soon. Some open mics. trying out different things, bringing out me and my guitar, doing that whole thing.
Nice and fresh, baby. Nice and fresh. And now, for those people who are like, I would love to know, does he do any kind of rap, or does he do any kind of Christian music? Because I know he does the R&B, he does the pop, he does the African fusion, but does he do any Christian music or any rap music? Do you have any projects that, cross those genres, go into the sacred realm, or go into hip-hop or even country or any of the other flavors?
Yeah, when it comes to, spirituality, and I guess, serving God, for sure. I'm not Christian. I'm Jewish, but, for sure, serving God.
Okay, but definitely some sacred. Yeah, so we'll just use the term sacred instead of Christian. So yeah, any sacred types of flavors to your music too?
Yeah, of course. Everything is, inspired.
Indeed.
For sure, and it's always been a huge priority for me to make sure that connection is good, and that when I come out with things, they're not just coming out of shallow, empty feelings. They're when I say things, I really mean them, and they come from a deeper place, and that's important. So I wouldn't say Christian, but definitely sacred. The sacred realm is going to always be infused with my music.
Yes.
For the rest of my life, that's for sure.
And I know definitely the excellent storytelling, that people are looking for when they say things like the country or the hip hop, then that's definitely a part of your stuff as well. And people, you all will be able to hear, because again, we're going to be playing a couple of his cuts for you. And now my very last question for you, Mr. Ackah. What is there, Noah, that you would like to say that you've not yet had a chance to express to the listeners of Articulation Radio?
That's a hard question. If you are listening, keep listening. I think people will be seeing a lot more of me, and I just want to say that my music is very genuine, and I'm a very genuine person. This is all coming from a loving place. So, especially in this industry, it's hard to support artists, because you're force-fed the big guys. Even if it's not me, listen to somebody, that you wouldn't have typically listened to, and give their music a real shot. Don't let, big marketing fool you. There's still great music out there. There's still a lot of great artists with a lot of great things to say, even if it's not me. And just keep your eye out. That's the one thing I had to say.
Yeah, and that's so not only generous, but definitely, you are such a good-hearted young man, and your parents did a wonderful job with not only instilling certain human values in you, but definitely by making sure that they gave you the chance to express your artistry. And I know for some people listening, they know what I mean by that, because just because a person comes from a musical background or an acting background or whatever is, I would say, the family business, that doesn't necessarily mean that when that person is ready to do it, that the relatives would, even nurture that and support that. So it's definitely good that your family did do that, and we're all able to enjoy not only your wonderful music, but also the excellent messages that are in there. And, of course, to see that whole connection to the Most High, no matter what other genre people will see it in, because like you said, it's all God. It's all life. It's everything is a reflection of. So, it's all sacred, and it's all the various elements of life. So people definitely head out. You want to hear some of Noah Ackah's music, head over to Spotify, head over to YouTube, put in Noah, Noah, Ackah, Ackar, and get it in, y'all. It's going to be good. But in the meantime, I guess that I'll go ahead and turn this over so Joaquin, man, can quit looking at me so he can roll those songs. So, Noah, thank you so much for coming on to Articulation Radio.
you're a part of the family now, so you can come back anytime you please, especially anything new that you have that you would like to share with the listeners. Come on back here, okay?
Will do. Will do. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Totally my pleasure.
Media Room 360 TV. Media Room 360 TV is a channel that has something for everyone, from world news, inspiration, programming for kids, politics, sports, technology, and entertainment. Media Room 360 TV has got you covered. Check out one of our shows today on Roku. Media Room 360 Internet Television on Roku. And if you need a speaker, head over to Media Room 360 Speakers at MediaRoom360.com. That's MediaRoom360.com.
I know it's hard to trust somebody when you don't trust yourself. It's hard to know everything when there's nothing to know. You take care of everything with nothing to show. Oh, you've been treated so bad, but treat me so good. I don't know how to feel. Girl, you know that you're the one I wanted to love. And you should know that you look like you came from my blood. Freeze, girl, just take your time. Your love is worth the time. High.
You just heard Freeze by Noah Ackah. The rest of the songs I'll be playing the rest of this show will also be by the same artist, Noah Ackah. You're going to hear Godspeed 2 along with Fire. Then will come My Love and Can We.
If you are a savvy senior who's seeking a lifestyle club that's centered around you, visit sittingroom.xyz today. The Sitting Room, sittingroom.xyz, where savvy seniors socialize, get event invites, organize among themselves, as well as obtain merchandise and get engaged to create new things. The Sitting Room, sittingroom.xyz. Visit today.
Take one.
ARTiculation Radio, thanks you so much for listening. So head on over right now to articulationmedia.club and let us know your thoughts on today's episode. In the meantime, we're going to keep the show rolling for you.
Feel that vibe, won't you? Feel that vibe. Feel that vibe, won't you? Feel that vibe. I've been stuck in my place, money all in my case. She be all in my face. What the hell that bass? I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm on my way. I'm on my way to catch this vibe. Won't you catch this vibe? Catch this vibe. Catch this vibe. Catch this vibe. I'ma catch this vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wanted to go to the state, bare knuckle my plate, throw that out in my face, get the fuck in my face, get the fuck in my face, get the fuck in my face. Niggas, he turned up with bass, need a thumper and some bass. I'm trying to turn up with that ace. Niggas be rocking out with that bass, turn that bass up, turn that bass up, turn that bass up, and catch that vibe, catch that vibe. Catch that vibe, catch that vibe, catch that vibe, catch that vibe, I'ma catch that vibe. I'ma cop it, keep it real, never flop it, she gon' go, never stop it, come on bro, let's gon' drop it. I'ma vibe all night, diamond shining twilight, dreaming out the skylight, looking for the limelight, he the same, yeah. Never gonna change, yeah. She been loving on me, that's all the same, yeah. This shit fire, nigga, it's insane, yeah. Did it my way and took that to the bank, yeah. Never switch on game, yeah. Never caught a claim, yeah. Never been tame, yeah. I'ma keep it tame, yeah. In that purple rain, yeah. In that purple rain, yeah. I'ma make love, man. In that purple rain, man. You can never stop me, I'm the king, I'm the man, yeah. I can never stop, man. I'm the fucking man, yeah. This about you, nigga. This about me, yeah. We on this together, man. I think about we, man. Yeah. I'ma vibe out. I'ma vibe out. I'ma vibe out. I'ma vibe out.
Are you looking for grant writers, technical writers, creative writers, academic writers, any kind of writers? Head to the Writers Consortium. Their website, writersconsortium.us, www.writersconsortium.us, the Writers Consortium, writersconsortium.us, for all of your writing needs. Think of it, they can produce it for you. They are the ghost writers to the top people.
Weddings are expensive, but your love is worth it. Go to marryusnow.us to book the Minister of Love to officiate your wedding today. The fee is only $200 if your wedding is in the city of Chicago, and there's only a small fee to get the Minister of Love to travel outside of Chicago to your wedding location. Book the Minister of Love today. Visit marryusnow.us. That's marryusnow.us.
I just wanna dance all of this off. Now we're running, girl, this night's on cold. So can we take this moment for the rest of the night? 'Cause I just wanna dance and feel all the colors alight. So can we dance? Can we swing? Can we flow? Can we fling? Can we love? Can we grow? 'Cause I know I just wanted to dance. Fuck this, let's go.
Want to buy stocks, jewels, real estate, or other high-end items? Would you love to be able to contribute to charitable initiatives but cannot do these things with the money you currently have? Join Regal City Investment and Social Club, where you can pool money each month with other investors to make major purchases, give to the needy, and possibly turn a profit. www.regalcity.xyz. Become a Regal citizen today by joining Regal City Investment and Social Club. regalcity.xyz.
My people, my fam, my folks, I thank you so much. We all here at Articulation Radio, thank you so much for tuning in today and making us a part of what it is that you do. We encourage you to go over to our website, articulationmedia.club, and let us know not only what you think about today's episode, but make sure that your music, your interview, and your ad all take place right here on this station, Articulation Radio. Go to articulationmedia.club right now and hook yourself up. Make sure that you do that so you can hook other people up. But be sure to tune in again on Articulation Radio. We'll catch you again soon. And in the meantime, you already know, keep being a doer, keep being a move maker, and keep making things happen.